Hi everyone, my name is Jennifer, and I just kind of wanted to share my journey of my recent diagnosis of papillary thyroid cancer. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and they were very helpful, so I figured I would make one as well. In the beginning of December, I had noticed this lump on my neck, and I went to urgent care, and the doctor there said she wasn't for sure what that was, so that same day I ended up going to the ER. And they did a CT scan and they took some blood work, and blood work came back fine, and the CT scan did show that I had a enlarged thyroid. And the ER doctor came in the room and was like, "Oh my God, you have to have that thyroid removed right now. It's pressing up against your esophagus." And she's like, "Can you breathe okay? Can you swallow okay?" Which I could. There was no issues at all. It's just, there was a lump there. And she really freaked me out. And of course, I started bawling because the way she made it sound was like I'm gonna have to have emergency surgery right now. And so she said she was gonna go speak to a specialist and she'd be back. So in about 20 minutes, she came back and said the specialist said that I didn't need to have surgery right now. He would take a look at me and I'd be able to go home, which was great. Fast forward a couple days, I made the appointment to go see him, and he ordered a biopsy to be done because he said he was a little suspicious because it was a larger lump. And after I left there, of course, I'm concerned. I have no idea what's going on. I don't feel any difference. I feel fine. It's just I have this lump on my neck. So, a couple more days later, I go in for my biopsy, and I'm nervous. I never have been sick. I've never had to have been poked with needles. So I was not expecting the best, and to be honest, it was pretty awful. I think I really scared myself a lot, but it was pretty painful. I have a low pain tolerance, so it might not be painful for some, but it was painful for me. They had a lady with the ultrasound go in there. Hold on. And she did the ultrasound to have the doctor be able to see a good spot to take the sample from. And so he went in there with a needle first to numb the area, and that needle was painful, to be honest. And I don't want to scare any of you, but like I said, some of you may be able to handle it better than me, but for me, it was not good. He took 4 samples after the numbing needle went in, and the first one I still kind of felt. It didn't seem like it was numb all the way yet. So I was really freaking out, hyperventilating. The nurse told me to calm down, that I was going to pass out, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. I was like, just let me pass out. I don't want to feel no more. It was really quick though. It didn't take a very long time. A couple days later, I got the results back in. And of course, they don't want to give you the results over the phone, so they tell you to come in. And that made me a little worried. But then I, of course, Googled everything, and a lot of people, even with benign lumps, still get called in. And, I guess it's for an office visit fee or whatever. So I went in, and, of course, nervous like everyone else, I'm sure. And the doctor comes in and he says, "Unfortunately, Jennifer, it's papillary thyroid cancer." And I was just kind of shocked. I'm only 35 years old, and I know it does happen in a lot of young women, so it's not rare. So he said, we're going to have it removed, and we're going to do a total thyroidectomy, and scheduled me for surgery. And in between that time that I had the diagnosis into my surgery, which is this Monday, February 1st, I've had a lot of time to do some research, and I got a list of questions that I couldn't think of when I was there at the doctor when he diagnosed me with it, because of course I was freaked out and I was upset and was crying. So I made another appointment a week ago to go back, and I had just a list of questions that I wanted to ask him because it was something that needed to be asked. I didn't want to go into surgery without asking these questions. So There's a couple websites that I'll share with you that were helpful and I think could be helpful to you or someone else you may know. And